Since we have the mouth, now we are going to do a little bit of checking on the model, making sure that it stays close to what the original model is, or the character sheet. It's not too bad. I just need to grab some vertices and make sure that I have my sub-selection tool active, so that I'm not moving just single pixels but just more like clumps and groups of pixels. That way it won't give weird deformations. Right now I have just to grab a little bit of fixing. Yes, we haven't done his nose yet, so we're gonna leave that to a later step of the process. For now, I'm just gonna get his neck a little bit lower there. Since the neck is going to be stuck into the body, it won't become the body, it will be this component of it. I just want to get some of this. And the mouth, as I mentioned before, we don't want to generate a mouth that is closed, not just yet, because for rigging purposes, it's easier to have a character that has a semi-open mouth. So let me just go back to the perspective view, and I'm going to actually work both the perspective and the side view on this panel, so that I can look at both. And I'm going to even reduce a little bit more the influence of my sub-selection, going to 0.6, so that I just reduce some of it. And I start seeing that there is some need of pulling some of these vertices, so that I can give him a little bit more chin, and at the same time, as you can see there, I'm kind of giving him the lip that he has there. And we're gonna work in the inside of the mouth in a little bit, but for now, the other thing I'm gonna want to start doing it right now, since my character is almost symmetrical. So I try to use my symmetry on X, so that I start just working on both sides. And I'm going to mirror it later, but still just trying to keep it a little bit easier, so that I can see him a little bit better. The length of the mouth seems okay. I can compare this line with his sort of smiling and his neutral pose, so seems to be okay. I'm not going to make him smile really. And we're also going to change the way my sub-selection works, so it doesn't work by volume but by surface. That means it won't influence the upper lip when I'm moving the lower lip. If you had on volume, you see how the upper lip gets red there. That's because of the volume is working on. So I'm going to do the surface. That way I can just work on the separate lips without affecting them much. The upper lip doesn't seem to have anything, but he actually does have an upper lip, so I'm just going to want to grab that and just pull it back a tiny bit, and then grab the front part of it, so that he has a better upper lip. Again, there is no nose yet, so it's a little bit more trying to generate the mouth the best possible. Okay, so far it's okay. I have a closed mouth, an open mouth that sort of follows the original design. On the exterior, I'm going to try to get inside of him to modify the inside of the mouth so that I can see it better. To do that, I think I'm going to just go to drag on the selection, select by face, and I'm going to try to get inside of it so that I can select all the mouth in the inside. So it seems all to be selected now. Yes, and I'm going to just hit Shift I. That way the inside of the mouth is selected. And I can try to work with this a little bit better now. Let's see if we can use shader. No, it's not. Still showing black because of the normals. Of course, the normals of this object are all facing in, which is correct. I'm going to just do a little sculpting here, maybe add some couple of loops so that I have some more information to work with. Oh, not there. Do that. Here's where I wanted to add a couple of loop more. And now I am going to just do some picking and then turning on my soft selection one more time. And this time I'm going to increase it to 1 again. So I'm going to try to get some of his inside spaces a little bit better. So that when he opens his mouth, he feels that really he is. He has a mouth in there. Just make sure that it doesn't go after behind this neck. Okay, so I'm gonna just push this guy in and get the roof of his mouth up, and this one up to his lip lost a little bit of it there, so I'm not going to push it that much up there. I'm going to just probably change again the sub selection and make it, I'm going to just turn it for now and then grab this guy and pull that one up only because I don't want the lip to suffer that much. He's still mirroring, so yeah, that seems to be a nice opening. Depends on the model, depends on the job, the project that you're working on, because you may need to actually develop a whole throat going down way, because if you're gonna have a shot of the character opening his mouth and the camera maybe going in, because that sometimes happens, so you're gonna have to modify some of it. And many times what people do is they keep this piece of geometry separate from the head. In this case we won't do that, but there's just a possibility if just in case in the future you have to do something like that. Okay, my model got modified a little bit because of the inside of the mouth. I actually have one polygon there that doesn't have a loop. Maybe he had some sort of issues, so I'm gonna just use the multi-cut tool to fix this guy. Okay, that makes more sense now. It doesn't seem that was the case on the other side. And just fine-tune a tiny bit this lower lip here, because these guys, I think they got pushed down a little too much. So that I want to maintain the thickness of his lip. Sometimes you and depending on when you get to start working on the character, you may need to add some more geometry, a little bit, maybe one extra loop on those lips, just to give him a little more thickness and a little more presence. Depends on the character too, because if it's more hyper-realistic, you probably will have more geometry there. Since this character is very cartoony, might be very forgiving to have it just with just what they have right now. You don't want to use and do more geometry than what you need. Okay, so far we are good. I think we got the character's mouth into a good step. Just increment and save.